Hello students, welcome everyone. Good morning everybody. Today we are going to see new topic of cyber security module 3, that is virtual private network. So let us see in detail. Virtual private network. Virtual private network in the sense, what is network? Network in the sense when you access internet from home or from using modem through your personal modem or a router is always required because we want to connect to the internet is a different network and your network is different. Laptop or mobile phone, suppose you send data from mobile to computer in your home, it is an internal network because it doesn't require any authentication because your phone is yours only and your computer is yours only, so there is no need of server. Authentication is not there. Suppose you access internet and watch video. Where is video stored? It is using YouTube. Video are always there on YouTube. Data is stored maybe India OS operating system. Okay, so your data will be stored on your operating system. Then if you search through google.com, from where that page is saved, you will be displayed on your computer. You request Google through router. Suppose I am having a internet in my home and it is open network, it is not a internet service provider is not there, so I type google.com, so my request goes to the Google server and I get the page google.com. That means Google knows that I am requesting the page google.com, and anything on internet, maybe router, maybe switch, or maybe hub or PC, everyone is having IP address. Yes, router is also having IP address, that is internet protocol address. Then switch is also having, switch it is used for secure network in LAN. Hub, when you broadcast the information in the LAN. And PC means your home computer, personal computer, desktop PC. Suppose your internet service provider in the sense you are having internet in your home and you are accessing internet through internet service provider, means you are charging monthly for internet service provider, and internet service provider is providing you internet access with the help of which you can access the internet. That means the site allocated by internet service provider are only visible to you, not more than that, because request goes from you to internet service provider and then it goes to internet. And when the internet server access you, they will first access the internet service provider. They will think that internet service provider is accessing the site. They will not know that you are accessing that site. Suppose your internet service provider tracks which website you are visiting, they know your IP address obviously. They also know which IP address you are requesting, because internet service provider, your request goes through internet service provider, so he or she knows what you are accessing, which IP address you want, which website you are accessing regularly, because they can keep track of that because they are having internet access through them only. That is nothing but the one example we are given in firewall, that is proxy server. Okay, many government keep track of what you are visiting. If you are open Wi-Fi network, your data may be hacked. If you are opening open Wi-Fi network, your data may be hacked. Like suppose you are watching videos which are available in here. What I told, if you are having open Wi-Fi network, your data may be hacked. Suppose we are having Bal Gandharva where internet access is open. So in that case, if you get access to that network, it may possible that through Bluetooth your data may be hacked, your contact information may be lost, may be known, or your Facebook data will also be known. So be careful that don't access open Wi-Fi network. Access the network which is secure, that means authentication should be there, username password authentication should be there. Now suppose you are watching a video which are available in Canada or US. Okay, you get a message video that is not available in country. Since I am watching the videos of Canada and US, that videos are educational videos, and that's why I am watching it, because server knows from where you are requesting. Just I told you, if you are not having a ISP, internet service provider, you will be known to each and everybody which site you are accessing, because the request goes directly to the internet from you only. After that they will block because you are not citizen of US. So US people will know from where you are accessing, and they maybe block your site. This is where VPN is important. VPN, virtual private network, overcome all these things. Suppose you are working in the company which is located in US, yes, and you are in India. So you don't want that anyone should know that which company I am job working. You might be knowing on internet, lot of hackers are there. Lot of hackers are every time accessing your internet. They want something from that. So in that case, your IP address will be not of IP address of India, it will be IP address of America. So in that case, the hacker will think that that person or guy is from America, not from India, and so you can overcome the hacking. So this technique is used in virtual private network. Virtual private network is used when you want to access the internet, which your company located in, and you should not be known to everyone. VPN means you are in India, your VPN server is in far away from America. Just I told you, VPN means you are in India and your VPN server is far away from America. There are different sites who are providing VPN service. On internet you will find different sites providing VPN service. These sites, why they are providing? Because you doesn't want to from your side that I should not be known to each and everybody from where I am accessing. That's why different VPN sites are provided. If you get connected to the server, your connection is encrypted. That's why VPN connection is encrypted. Not internet service provider or government what you are accessing. So everyone will not know what you are accessing. Just now told you, if you are in open network, then everyone will know what you are accessing, and what you are doing. But if you are in an ISP or internet service provider network, you will not know that what you are accessing, what you are doing on the internet. So risk and limitations of virtual private network. User credential related risk. VPN security is only strong as method used in authenticate an user device at remote end or of VPN connection. Simple authentication methods on static password as subject to password cracking attack or even social engineering attack. Remember that when you are accessing internet through virtual private network, there is one tunnel created with the help of which you are accessing the internet, because on the internet there are a lot of hackers, and if tunnel is created, then hackers cannot access your data. That's why tunnel is created. And if you are having a username and authentication process while connecting to VPN, then it is well and good. And so remote and VPN connection, simple authentication method on static password and subject to change. Cracking attack or even social engineering attack might be dangerous. Authentication may be biometric such as fingerprint, or it is a scan while accessing the VPN. Spread of virus, worm and Trojan horse from remote computer to internet network. Worm virus means in the sense just like you get emails and these things, and Trojan horse means it creates replicated copies of your file, and unnecessary space of the hard disk space of your system is wasted and it goes dumb. So that virus may attack. So risk and limitation. Remote access in a major threat vector to network security. For every remote computer, there should not be corporate security. Many potential forward as infection from its local network environment to an organization internet network. Suppose you are accessing internet or from the corporate, so also there might be some risk, because for every remote computer that does not corporate security may potentially forward as infection from its local area network, local network environment, and organization internal network. So if your things are hacked, then it may affect your organization internal network. Up-to-date antivirus or remote computer is required to make something, to don't make something bad. So in your, if you are accessing internet from your organization and the browser is not updated, then it is also dangerous. If your antivirus is not updated, then it is also dangerous. So be careful that everything should be updated. Every antivirus should also be updated. So that is risk and limitations of virtual private network. Split tunneling. Split tunneling takes place when a computer on the remote end of VPN tunnel simultaneously exchange network traffic with both shared network and internal private, with first passing all network traffic inside virtual private network tunnel. So if, just I told you, virtual private network is nothing but a tunnel is created with the help of if the communication is going on between remote computer and you. And in that case, if you are working in America and American web server, and so when you connect through VPN, a tunnel has been created. Why? Because there are a lot of hackers on the internet, so they try to access your data. So it should not happen. That's why tunnel is created. And if you access, if you access to tunnel is public, means if tunnel is shared, then it will be very difficult. Security will not be maintained. Exchange network traffic with both shared public network and internal private, with first placing all network traffic inside virtual private network tunnel. This provides opportunity for attackers on shared network to compromise remote computer and use it gain internal network. The host based firewall is effectively way to define against network based accessing, network based attack. Host based firewall in the sense we can say firewall which is in the application layer with the proxy firewall, that is proxy firewall, that is host based firewall. Many organizations have chosen to disallow split tunneling. It should not happen. Split tunnel should be disallowed. Host identification verification. Example include registry entry, special files in special locations, or digital certification as from a device authentication. The host identity information can be used to make your access permission decision. Okay, like when you are accessing special files and this thing, authentication is necessary. Host identification verification, authentication should for a device should be there. Username, password should be there. The host identity information can be used to make your access permission decision. Okay. User education and security awareness. Tips that remind user to pay attention to URL details and examine the server certification to guard against man-in-middle attack. Suppose you are accessing the server which is not secured, and when you access google.com, there is a lock indicates that it is secured. When you access Gmail, there is a lock indicates that it is secured. So be careful that the site which are secured, that only should be accessed. The site which are not secured, that should not be accessed, otherwise it will be very dangerous, and a middleman may steal your information. Means something like facebook.com is there, but it is not original site, and you have accessed that site and you give username and password to that site, so it may hamper your data, you may loss of your information. So that site is not trusted website, so that case should happen, may happen. So detail to examine the server certification and guard against the middleman in the middle attack. Okay, so we have seen about the virtual private network. Thank you.